Hello and welcome to Tony's Bonsai. I've got a nice little update for you today. I filmed a video on this earlier this year. Take a look at this oak tree. What I did is I applied a significant bend to a pretty thick trunk using a G-cramp. So I used the mechanical advantage of the screw thread to get a fairly severe bend into this trunk, and then I held it in position with a rope. So it's a piece of that blue nylon rope. I put the rope across here and then I twisted the rope with a chopstick to apply extra tension down. If I rotate this around, what you can see is, from this sort of view here, you can see the rope is beginning to bite in to the trunk of the tree. That shows you the amount of force that's being applied to the end here, and that is the kind of force necessary to get this sort of bend in a piece of wood that thick, because that is a thick trunk. You know, you're not talking about a bit of pine there, you're talking about a thick oak trunk. My plan now is to use my scissors and just cut the rope and see if it holds its position. So let's have a go. Ready? That was not having it.
What about using your branch cutter?
Let's go in with a knife.
Let me hold the...
That's better. Okay, so as I now pull the chopstick out and relieve that tension, that's not straightening up at all. That bend is now pretty much set in place. So what I'm going to do is go in, remove the rest of this rope from the bottom, remove the vet tape and see what this tree looks like, and come back to you in a couple of minutes. The vet tape has come off the main trunk up here. I want to show you the bottom of the tree, and as we can see, we've got the trunk that tapers nicely, moves upwards, and because this moves left to right and up, that's the reason that we went across like that with the bend. And it doesn't matter that this is all scarred at the top, because I always knew that this top section was being removed, and we've got a natural new leader here. So if you just cut off to that new leader, Dad. So we're creating some nice taper here, creating a new apex to the tree, which is lovely. So this movement of this oak now is nice and thick, moving its way up, nice taper, job's a good one, and he's just going up, cleaning that wound up a bit, just making it a bit neater. And this now just needs leaving for probably sort of 3 or 4 years, and because we leave this top section on now, this wound will heal over, get some cut paste on it, and that's the start of a decent piece of pre-bonsai. There we go. So we've got the cut round there that we just made. And where it'll end up, which will be the new front, it could potentially be around here, or it could be from the other side. It doesn't matter, you don't have to make decisions at this point. But what we've definitely got is some character, and above all, when you're creating bonsai in the early stages, setting the primary structure in place, we want to be adding character and interest. So I think that's definitely on its way. Some people might be thinking you should have just wired it earlier in its life. Why leave it to thicken up before you bend it? But the truth is, you don't always know at what stage you want to add movement into a trunk. And for this tree, it was a kind of experiment, sort of to see if it was possible. And I think it's a really positive outcome, and definitely a technique that could be applied probably to a Japanese maple or a beech, other oak. Definitely worked, and I think it was really successful. So perhaps it's something you'd like to try yourself. Have you ever done anything like this yourself? If you have, let me know in the comments. That'd be interesting, especially if you've had equally positive results. And you know, let me know if you're thinking about trying it on any of your trees. Apart from that, as always, thanks for joining us. Have a great day, and we'll see you soon.